Hello guys, this is Magnificent Kimberly here. So today, in this video, first I want to say please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also please sign up to my blog. But today in this video, I think this is going to be the start of, I don't know, like some form of a series, I don't want to say it's not like a crime series because I'm not investigating crimes and stuff like that, but I'm basically going to be doing a series or different videos um, on different like historical stuff. Like when I say historical, I mean like the deaths of people, injustice, unjust crimes, and stuff like that. So yeah, this is going to be day one. I hope to do. I might make this like a bi-weekly or a monthly or even maybe a weekly thing. I'm not sure yet, but I just want to give this a try and see how this goes. So today, I'm going to be going over a 911 dispatcher who was responsible for the death of two women. Um, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. I have an article pulled up, so I'm about to do that. Pull that up. Okay, so this is on the former 911 dispatcher who told a drowning woman um, to shut up, and she was cleared of wrongdoing. I'm not sure exactly when this happened, so let's see. Uh, Hold on. I'm not sure when exactly this happened. So yeah, this is a former 911 dispatcher. She was cleared of any wrongdoing in Arkansas. She was cleared of all charges for she was cleared of all charges for the drowning of a woman, in which scolded, or she was raining to this woman who was panicking for driving into the floodwaters before she drowned. An internal investigation by the Fort Smith Police Department found that Donna Reanuv, her last name don't even matter, performed her duties as required, as the Arkansas Dem- Democrat Gazette reported. She was working her final shift August 24th when she took the call from 47-year-old Debra Stevens, a newspaper delivery woman who later drowned as her SUV was swept away by flash flooding. Um, she screamed for help. Stevens was heard begging in the 22-minute 911 call previously released by police. "I can't swim. I'm scared. I'm going to drown." This is what she said. The department received hundreds of phone calls saying Reanuv was disrespectful for scolding Stevens as she sobbed and asked for help, for telling her, "This will teach you next time. Don't drive in the wood." Oh my gosh, this is horrible. This is horrible, y'all. The response is seen 12 minutes after you telling me y'all took 12 minutes to respond to this call after Stevens died in 911, and she was on this call for like 22 minutes. It took more than an hour to reach Stevens' vehicle because, okay, that makes sense because of the floodwaters. She faced no criminal charges in Stevens' death, and actually because Deborah was not helped efficiently, and she was treated this way, her mother actually ended up dying. I don't know how old her mother was, but her mother died of a broken heart or heartbreak because her daughter died, and her daughter died an unjust death. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the 911 dispatcher, like, I'm not saying that Miss Donna could have prevented her death because it was a flood and there was a lot of water and everything. I'm not saying that she could have prevented it, but would it kill you? Would it kill you to show some decency, to show some compassion and understanding and kindness to this woman who was literally drowning? And I feel like she did this on purpose. I feel like she waited to the last minute to send out, paramedics and ambulance, and she knew that she wasn't going to be saved in time because she was not taking her job seriously. I'm just I'm just appalled that 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 Debra Stevens, she called. There was like over 100. Oh, let me go back because I think it says there was over 100 times that she called or something like that. Give me 1 second. And it's like it does not make no sense to me at all. Like it would not kill you to show some compassion to this woman who is basically about to die. I'm not saying that she could have stopped her from dying because the crew didn't get there in time, but I feel like the crew could have got there in time if she took her job seriously. I feel like she didn't take her job seriously. And I feel like because it was her last day, she didn't really care whether her life was saved or not. And it's so crazy because she was a 911 dispatcher, and now she is a I think she's an officer or something like that. Like I think she's now an officer. Like she just got sworn in as an officer. But it's like, what type of person? Like, why would y'all swear in someone who would treat someone like this? Oh yeah, right here it says the department received hundreds of phone calls saying Renew was disrespectful for scolding Stevens as she stopped to ask for help. We're telling her this will teach you next time. Don't drive in the water. I'm like, bro, y'all got 100 calls, at least 100 calls, receiving bad reports on this 911 dispatcher, and y'all still accept her into the police academy. Y'all still let her become a police officer. Like, I do not understand, like, at all. This makes no sense. Like, although she is not the one who drowned her, she didn't murder her, she's not the one who drowned her, whatever. I feel like there was still some negligence there because, again, this was her last day. She did not take her job seriously. She did not care about this human being whose life was at risk and who was in danger. Like, there's no way of knowing if she deliberately like did not like waited until a couple of minutes to send the crew out, to send dispatchers out, to send paramedics and ambulance out to the scene. There's no way we would know whether she sent them out like on time or whether she deliberately waited to send them out so that she couldn't have been saved and so she wouldn't have gotten saved in time. But it's like her attitude and how you handle this, like you are one of the people at the front line. You are a front line worker and you're talking to someone like this who is at risk of dying. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not saying, she caused her death. I'm not saying that, it's her fault I'm not saying it's her fault for her death or that she could have saved her. But what I'm saying is that is horrible bedside manner. That is not professional. That is so disrespectful to speak to someone that way, as if to blame her, like as if you're blaming an innocent human being for there being for a flood that happened. That was not her fault. Like that's out of her control. Like I can't imagine if someone was to speak to her that way or speak to her family members that way. You are a frontline worker, man. You are a frontline worker. I don't understand what the issue is. I don't understand. You are a frontline worker. You're supposed to help people. And in situations like this, you should know how to be kind. You should You should know how to be kind and compassionate and understanding. You should be asking specific questions as to, where exactly she's located at. If she's able to see houses around her, else like what is because I don't if she's able to see houses, or or get her to not think about what's happening in the moment, like get her to think about something else, like ask her if she has family members, ask her, if she has children, ask her, what does she do, what does she enjoy about her life, like say things to distract her from the current situation that's happening, because you talking to her like this, I'm just appalled that the police department is backing her up, because it's no way that your department receives hundreds of phone calls describing how ignorant, rude, and trifling and mean your 911 dispatcher was, and then y'all still swear her into the police academy. Y'all still let her become a police officer. If she is talking to someone like this as a 911 dispatcher, I can only imagine how she would be speaking, or how she would be treating the civilians and um, the citizens on the streets. I can only imagine. Like, y'all see the corruption, y'all know how corrupt this person is, and y'all still stick behind her and stand behind her and on our side. Like, no, no, honey. Like, that is crazy. She should have faced some type of charge. She needs to face some type of charges or something. But it's okay, because I'm a Christian. I believe in God, and I know that as Christians we're not supposed to take revenge, because I know that vengeance is the word. Vengeance belongs to the Lord. But even in my own waking life, like I look at the things that people. I look at some of the things that people have put me through, and some things people have done to me, and it's just like it's crazy, because I'm a good person. I just be thinking like, wow, like I really like went above for a couple of these people, and they really treated me dirty. But at the end of the day, as the Bible states, you pray for your enemies, you pray for those, and you love those from afar. I say from afar because I can't. I'm still working on it. But yeah, love those and pray for those who judge you, persecute you, who try to do evil to you, who who are your enemy, who prey on your downfall, who try to make you miserable and try to do things to you. Pray for those, love those um who don't think like you, don't love the way that Jesus wants them to love, and who don't think the way that Jesus wants them to think, and just the Bible talks all about how we are supposed to love those who hurt us, love those who persecute us, love those who um, do wrong to us, because love out what's it called? Uh, Hold on, it's a saying that calls. I forgot what it's called. Love overcomes hate. It's another phrase. I forgot what it was, but basically, love overcomes hate. So love is much stronger than hate, and that's why in the many times in the Bible, God continuously talks about one of His commandments being that we love Him and keep His commandments, and that we love others and we love thy neighbor, because love is stronger than anything. That's why one of the fruits, the that's why within the fruits of the spirit, the first fruit of the spirit that is mentioned is love, because love is the strongest. Love is the strongest. Love can overcome anything. So yeah, that's why. Yeah. Um. Then so that, and then on the other hand, it's like when you're unrepentant and you keep doing evil things, or you keep doing things to people, like if it's one thing to be repentant and to change what you're doing, change your ways, and to give your life to Christ and grow from Christ and everything like that. Like that's one thing. Even if you don't grow from Christ, it's one thing to change your ways in general. But it's another thing if you are unrepentant and you don't care about the evil you're doing to people and you do it anyway because you want to. Um, I feel like that's when you're going to reap what you sow eventually, because you can't continue to do evil onto people. You can't continue to hurt people and like not have humility, not have integrity, not have honor, not not willing to better yourself and improve yourself, um, and just continuing to do all these evil things and everything like that. Like any evil you do, especially if it's uh, repetitive. So any repetitive evil that you do, or any repetitive evil actions that you take, it's gonna backfire on you, and you're gonna end up paying for it. Um, so it's like murder is the one. I don't want to. I'm not gonna say it's the biggest sin in the Bible, because no sin in the Bible is bigger than the other. But I feel like in Genesis 2, I believe, I don't remember. It was between Genesis 2 and Genesis 3, but I feel like in the book of Genesis it talks about um how when you kill someone, and when you commit a crime such as murder, um you when you kill another human with your own bare hands, and there's blood shattered, literally blood, and proverbially, I guess, blood, there's literally blood on your hands. God made it. God made it as so, and He made it in a way where there will be justice for any life you take on this earth. So when you take a human life, or even if you take an animal life, your life will be taken by another human, and that's the cycle. Take a human life, another human takes your life, then the other human takes the other person's life who took your life. So it's like a repetitive cycle, and I feel like in that way that God consecrates justice in that way. And it's not saying that murder is okay, but there are consequences for whatever you do, whatever actions you take, whatever evil actions that you commit. It's not going to go unpunished. And again, it's not like you can't be redeemed from it, because I know there's like people who have murdered, who have gotten out of jail, have completely changed their lives around, and completely have done better, and have not committed a crime like that since, or in general, like they've literally bettered themselves and have learned from it. Even some of them have given their lives to Christ. So I'm not saying if you do a crime you won't be redeemed, or that God won't redeem you, because He absolutely will. But it's like a mindset thing. You have to want to do better. You have to want to improve. You have to want to not do certain things anymore. And I don't know. I just feel like whatever you do, you're gonna have to you're gonna reap what you sow. And like, people think that when they do certain things that it's not gonna come back on them, but it really is. Like, it really is, and it really does. And that's why God tells us, if someone does something to us, we are not supposed to take revenge. We're not supposed to take it into our own hands. We're supposed to let God deal with that. Because if we deal with it is gonna backfire, and then we're gonna end up feeling even worse than what we did. We're gonna end up feeling even worse than how we felt before. So I don't know. It's just a sad story. It's just a sad story. Like, I feel sad for Debra Stevens and her mother. It's definitely a tragedy. Number one is it's a natural disaster in the first place, that um, in terms of the flood, because this was a flood, and then on top of dealing with a 911 dispatcher operator um, who was not compassionate, and who was not kind, and who did not care, about this person's life. It kind of thought it was a joke and everything. It's sad, man. It's sad. That's all I can say. It's really sad. And, I pray that Debra Stevens and her mother are resting in peace. I hope they have peace now, that they're, in heaven. Um, I don't know if they believed in God or not. Hopefully they did, but regardless, I hope they're at peace, because this is truly sad. One of the saddest stories I've heard in my life. Um, so yeah, this happened. I'm not sure if this exactly happened on this day, but it definitely this happened in 2019. Well, hold on, let me see. When did Debra Stevens? So I don't know what year. Oh, it says she was delivering papers when this happened. So this happened on August 24th. It makes sense because Donna's last day was also August 24th. So, yeah, so this is August 24th, 2019. So she died 2019. It's really sad. But I pray that Deborah's story and her mother's story, and I say her mother because her mother also died because of this, because of her daughter's death. I think her mother was elderly, but I pray that she could that her mother and Deborah. I pray that they both get justice for the way that Donna treated Deborah. Um, I pray that she eventually that her death eventually gets justice, and that she is eventually charged with something, um, negligence or something, because I just don't think that was right. I just don't think it's ethical for them not not to clear of all wrongdoing, and to also allow her to become a police officer after how she treated a citizen, an innocent citizen, an innocent human being on her last day of being a 911 operator. I just do not think that's ethical. I do not think it was professional. I do not think it was right. Um, but what comes in the dark must come to light. So I pray that this comes to light soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I pray you guys have a great day. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also please sign up to my blog. Stay tuned for my next video. I may be doing a much longer, detailed video on how to identify if a man is a man of his word or not. And I most likely will be doing that tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, thank you so much, and I pray you guys have a great day. Also, feel free to check out my video that I just did on. Well, actually, you'll have to check that out later because that's scheduled to upload around 9 o'clock p.m. But yeah, check out my other videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.